Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel RVCCIS.info, where faculty representatives from Rock Valley College's Computers and Information Systems Department talks to you, our community at large, about things roughly having to do with computers and information systems. Joining me today, as always, are Jim and Stephanie. Depending on where Zoom puts all of our boxes, that may or may not still be correct. Today, we thought we would talk about our favorite classes that we took in college. Yes, kids, it's true that all of your college instructors have taken some college at some point. So we have classes we like and classes we didn't like too. That'll be another episode for another day.
Oh.
Classes we did not like.
Oh, yeah, I've got a few of those.
I'm gunning for you instructors I thought sucked on my viewerless YouTube channel. It'll be okay. So who wants to start us off with a class you liked in college?
Stephanie?
Oh, okay. I was like, I talked first last time. I'm gonna let somebody else go. So I went to NIU for business management, and I had a small business management course that was basically a small business incubator course where we had to work with a small business, create a business plan for them, and then present it to a group of actual loan officers, financial advisors, and investors. It was pretty intense, but it was really cool because it wasn't like you read a book and took tests. It was basically competency based, and you worked your butt off, and the end product was this big project that you presented, and it was make or break. Oof. So
Was that the whole semester that you had to do that?
Yeah, the whole semester. And it was a spring semester. I do remember it was in the spring because we presented in warm weather instead of in the winter. I don't know why that was important, but it was at a hotel that's no longer around in Sycamore. So
Cool.
Yeah, it was a good time. And actually, I don't even know if they still have that class anymore or what, but
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, do you remember what, yeah.
it was 20 years ago. So
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't really have any, unless I've taken like a certification course for networking or security or whatever, that didn't count for college credit because it was master's or doctoral level. And those are all writing, and that is not my thing. I'm just not all about having fun writing stuff.
I'm with you, Stephanie. Yeah.
Yep, totally agree. Which is why we're in math-based fields. I mean, like science-based anyway.
Yeah.
There's much less writing here.
I think I liked my, let's see, all the Moraine Valley Cisco classes I took. And in the summers, it seemed like the joke was when I was going there for training, is that was my home away from home. So one time Lyle, a former teacher, we estimated how many days we were there at Moraine, and we could have had a second residence. I think we should have just rented something there. So, but all the Cisco classes that I took with John and Eric were really fun and learned a lot. It was great being a student again. I love that.
Yeah, those were really good. And then they fed you at night, which was really nice too.
There you go. Yeah.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, they were all about giving you food and booze. So
Yeah. And no term papers to write, Stephanie.
No term papers.
All hands on labs. It was great. Yeah. Yep.
It's my turn. This is dorky in comparison because I had to take, when I went back for my master's degree, I had to take a philosophy course because somehow I missed it the first time. And they're like, you shouldn't have graduated. I'm like, can I take the course now? And they were like, yeah, that'd be fine. And, I was like 7 months older than everybody else taking it. So somehow, I had all this life experience, which was bullshit because I was just a couple of years older going back for my master's. But I don't know if like I had a greater tolerance for those kinds of classes. Those would not have been my favorite classes ever, but I got more out of that class than I think I've gotten out of any other singular class because everything else changes. There was the one thing I remember, it's stupid but true, was somehow he had gotten a hold of, it was a new movie at the time, which lets you know how old this was. well, newer-ish movie at the time. So maybe he did get it up from like a Blockbuster or something, but it was from like the Born Identity at the end where he killed they sent to the cabin another one of the Treadstone people. And it's like Clive Owen, I think that's his name.
Yes.
And then he says, "Look at what they make you give." And I have said that to myself about jobs in the past and been like, I'm out. And so I think that has paid more dividends than any of the other classes in my master's or any of my extra classes. And, you know, now that I'm an old man officially, I think those are the things I remember more. So I don't
Yeah.
recall the name of it. I know it was a philosophy class, but I can't even remember the teacher's name actually. But
it made an impression.
yeah,
Yeah.
it really did. And there were no
Yeah.
papers either.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think I remember the name of my small business teacher either.
Yeah, no.
I just had him for the one course.
But remember all of us. If you
I was
have,
going to say, that's totally different experiences than our students will have. They will remember us both fondly and forever.
Yeah, so one student called me Steven the other day, and I'm like,
We got that wrong by a mile.
yeah.
yep.
Well, there you have it, our favorite courses. If you would like to indicate us as some of your favorite teachers for your favorite courses, please go ahead and do so in the comments below. You could also put whatever answer is truthier down there if you would prefer. While you're at it, you can also like and subscribe if you've liked the content here, and hit that bell to be notified of content as it becomes available. You can also follow us on social media platforms. We are at RVCCIS info on Facebook, on Twitter, on anchor.fm, and here on YouTube. So on behalf of Jim and Steve, or Stephanie, and the rest of the Rock Valley College community, stay safe and stay sane out there, everybody.
That was good.